Welcome to Horror Movie Mavens, and thanks for joining us. Before we jump into the review, which I'm very excited about, I'd like to notify all of our Horror Movie Mavens listeners that it's a review podcast, which means it inherently will contain spoilers for the movie selection of the week. Films in the horror movie genre often contain adult themes, graphic language, and some images that can be shocking to some of our more sensitive listeners. To best enjoy Horror Movie Mavens podcast, you should have probably already have seen the movie or watched it in the past and maybe spruce up your knowledge, especially if you've never seen the movie before. Then, click play on us and enjoy the ride. Without further ado, let's enjoy some Horror Movie Mavens.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Horror Movie Mavens. I'm your host with the most bad luck, Bill, here to guide you through our movie experience today. It's 2013's The Conjuring, episode number 27 of Horror Movie Mavens. It's Marathon May, and I'm excited. We've entered the realm of The Conjuring. The Warren family is going to be front and center in May.
The whole franchise.
And I'm pumped. I'm excited about it. And joining me, you just heard him, to dissect our feature presentation starting Marathon May is Tombstone Tom. Tom, how are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm spooktacular.
Ooh, you're a real specter out there, ain't you?
Ooh.
And also joining me to delve deep into The Conjuring, into our nightmare fuel that is The Conjuring, is Afterlife Allie. Allie, hello, how are you?
I'm doing good, Bill. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited too. And we're going to have a little fun here today, I think. It's a supernatural horror coming out of Warner Brothers and New Line Entertainment. It's a rated R picture. Tom, is this a very, very light rated R?
Oh, that's super light. I didn't even know it was rated R.
Yeah, wild, right?
I didn't know that either. Wow.
Yeah, so the film was given an R rating by the MPAA for sequences of disturbing violence and terror. The filmmakers had thought to cut out a scene based on potentially getting a more friendly PG-13 rating and asked the ratings board for clarification. The MPAA said simply that the film was too scary and that there were no cuts or edits possible that would make it a viable PG-13 movie. The filmmakers did not want to alter the film's tone and accepted the rating without any appeals. So, kind of an ambiguous thing, right? I mean, just giving it a rated R rank right out of the gate and not really giving them any ways they can do better. What the fuck is that about?
How?
Yeah, how?
Why?
The film contains no nudity, little profanity, tame and mostly bloodless violence, and the brief depictions of alcohol, no smoking, and yet it received a rated R. This was solely based on the scare factor. So I guess, in a way, it's a little feather in their cap because they were so scary that they had to get a rated R, but I don't know.
Is this what fed into the hype of the movie, I guess?
Potentially. It can. The thing is, I'm sure they did this. I don't recall personally off the bat. But they probably were like, it's the film too scary for, the rating system in America. You know what I mean? Like, I would sort of lean into that if that was the hand that I was dealt.
But yeah, for that rating, I definitely would have thought the violence or more gore factor. And yeah, there wasn't.
I mean, I don't want to go as far as to say it felt like a family movie, but it kind of feels like a family movie. Like, there's some lightheartedness with the kids, and there's some they're all, the Perron family is all one, and they're constantly hugging and supporting each other, and they seem like a regular, everyday, average American household. It wasn't like there's any weird stuff going on at any point in the movie that would cause it to have a rated R, but I guess that's just maybe a standard that they hold. So
Are we that desensitized? Because this is literally a movie that I would introduce someone, oh, you want to see a horror movie?
Yeah.
Here's a light version of it. Here.
That's right. I feel the same way. I feel like this is more of an introductory horror movie. If you were to compare this to some of the movies we've rated, I mean, we don't really get into the super hardcore stuff either. We're not doing
Terrifier
or like Human Centipede or
Oh,
anything.
God.
No,
yeah.
we're not doing straight snuff here.
Exactly. We're not doing people in their fucking basement with a camcorder. I mean, maybe we will, but I don't. This is very, very highly polished Hollywood piece. Very strange, I thought, right off the bat. The runtime of the movie is an hour and 52 minutes long. The tagline is "Evil loves innocence," and the poster is a haunted house, the main house in the background with the hanging tree in the foreground with kind of the fog rolling in and the whole thing.
Is the noose on the tree?
The noose is on the tree. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What did you think about all that, Afterlife, Allie?
It's a good poster. I like that. Yeah, they're truly going after the innocents, like this family, all the daughters and stuff. Get along very well for sisters, by the way.
Yeah. You don't find that real to life?
A lot of girls in one household. I feel like it'd be a lot of drama.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But no, they all looked like they cared about each other and were generally, scared. And it was like them versus, whatever this entity was that was haunting them. So it was pretty cool. I like that poster, and I think the tagline fits perfectly.
The movie production team built a 50-foot tree in front of that house, so that's not a real tree. Tom, what do you think?
My life is a lie. Why is that not a real tree?
I liked that tree.
I did not like that tree. We've done 2 movies with trees that need to come down as soon as the new owners move in. Poltergeist and this. I would immediately take a fucking axe to that thing. Tagline, movie poster, Tombstone Tom, thoughts?
Yeah, it sets the vibe, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for it. What you got for me, movie? What you got for me?
I agree with that. I don't hate it. The film was written by Chad and Carrie Hayes. They did a lot of these Conjuring movies. They wrote quite a few of them. And they also wrote the movie House of Wax. Do you remember House of Wax, Tom? The remake of the 50s classic?
Oh, yeah, very vaguely, yes.
I kind of liked that movie,
Was that
too.
a Rob Zombie?
No.
Oh.
This was,
I don't think I saw it, though, but I remember it.
It's basically like, the premise is kids, obviously, they break down in like this abandoned village type scenario.
What young, hot actor? Was it like Chad Michael Murray or something?
Wait,
like that?
was Paris Hilton in it?
Say that again?
Was Paris Hilton in it?
No.
Is that the Rob Zombie? Like, am I confusing these movies?
House of a Thousand Corpses is what you guys are thinking? This is called House of Wax.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I'm thinking, if I recall, because it's been a million years since I've seen it, there was a bunch of heartthrobs from like the early or mid 2000s.
Oh yeah, Chad Michael Murray is in it.
Yeah. And they basically just get abducted one by one and dipped in wax. And like some of them are even alive when they fucking are put out on the showroom floor, frozen in time.
Tom, you're thinking the right thing too. Paris Hilton is in it as well.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So we were right.
Oh, so I was right. Right.
Oh, look at me. Well, here's the thing.
We're thinking of the hotties in it, Tom.
I know. Everybody's choosing their own hot person.
Chad Michael Murray was my middle school crush. So I
There
paid
you go.
attention to what he was in. But I never seen this movie.
And Paris Hilton was Tom's college crush, so there you have it.
Well, Paris Hilton at the time had the video come out. So
I know which video you recall. Oh, One Night in Paris, I believe.
Oh, Jesus.
Correct, yes.
I think that's what that's called. That's not me making that up. That's what that's called.
I know.
Okay. It's directed by James Wan, and we know James Wan for being the absolute superstar in the horror movie community. He's made Saw. He wrote and directed Saw, I believe, with Lee Whalen. Insidious. He did Fast and the Furious 7. He's done a ton of high-profile, really, really good horror movies in the modern time. And so, James Wan, shout out to you, sir. Tip of the cap. You'll never hear this, but we love you over here at Horror Movie Mavens. It's also starring Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren, Vera Farmiga. Jesus, I butcher names.
Now I'm sorry. That was the head investigator, correct?
Yeah, Lorraine Warren. Ron Livingston as Roger Perrin, and Lily Taylor as Carolyn Perrin. So we know Ron Livingston from like Office Space, We know Vera from The Departed and the Bates Motel series. She was on that forever. We know Patrick Wilson from Insidious. We also know him from like The Watchmen and
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's I was about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Owlman.
Correct. Yep.
And Lily Taylor. Lily Taylor is got further down on the bill. I think she did a movie called The Haunting, which I first saw her in. She is an incredible actress as far as like conveying what's going on in her face. That last scene we're going to talk about today, it's like all her, and it's like a masterclass of acting. It's unbelievable. She's able to put out that kind of emotion, just strictly facials and screaming and looking nuts with color, with hair and makeup.
I'm just gonna say, I think everyone in this movie like just really did a really good job of acting. In general.
Top of the line.
Like, I really believed everything that was going on here.
Even the young females that I'm not identifying for the star, because there's a lot of heavy hitters in this movie, so I just picked the top 4 like I typically do. But even the young daughters, they're all really good. I mean, you see and feel what they're going through, and worth mentioning that they're pretty badass. Filmed in
Sign of a good director.
In front of a good director, exactly. And not to mention, the real Perron family did visit the set while they were filming. So they had some real-life inspiration, whether it's... this whole thing is that we tend to sensationalize based on true event movies because we have to make them a little more interesting. Like in the real case, Ed and Lorraine Warren were kicked out of the house as they were not able to help the Perron family, and then they eventually came back and I guess did whatever they needed to do in order to make the evil or haunting stop. But it didn't exactly go down like the film depicts, because then it wouldn't be a very interesting picture.
Exactly. That wouldn't make for an interesting movie.
No, the Warrens failed, and then years later they had to come back. That sounds awful. Filmed in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina to be exact. It's based in Harrisville, Rhode Island. So Rhode Island versus Wilmington... I don't know. I guess they're similar. I suppose they're both East Coast towns. The kill count. How many people died in this movie, Tombstone Tom?
6.
6. Afterlife Allie?
So what you guys always debate, are we counting like the people who are already dead or only who's dying right in this movie?
Who dies in the movie?
Oh, I'm counting like past deaths.
That's what I was thinking too. So, I don't know. 2? I can't remember.
For the purposes of this movie, I am counting family pets. There are 2 that die. A dog, named Sadie, and a bird that flies in the side of the house.
No humans die.
Then you're wrong, because there's more birds that go through the window, Bill.
Yeah, but we didn't see them die, Tom. They flop around. But we didn't see them actually die.
They survived.
Yeah, they might have survived the slash to the throat on a window
Broke
cut.
my neck.
They didn't die instantly, and that's what I care about. The budget of the movie. It took $20 million to make The Conjuring. How much did it make, Afterlife Allie?
$20 million to make?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'll go 60 mil.
Okay, she doubled it up. Well, more than doubled it up.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty popular.
All right. Tom?
And they made more movies. So.
120 million.
120? Okay. You're close to the U.S. and Canada number, Tom. $137 million for U.S. and Canada alone.
Nice.
Worldwide, $321 million.
That's why it spawned so many sequels and spinoffs.
And that's why it spawned so many. I mean, because you got to think The Nun, Annabelle, all of the other Conjurings. There's a ton of movies that came out of this movie, and it really did start a kind of a phenomenon with the Warrens. I had heard of the Warrens prior to this movie, but I didn't realize like how prolific they were, and it kind of brought the Warrens and their works and cases that they investigated into the forefront of Americana. Now,
their museum is still open, by the way. I didn't mean to cut you off, Bill, but their museum is still around.
Would you go to the museum?
I would touch every single artifact in that museum.
Are you fucking kidding me? Would you really?
No, I'm not. No, I would.
I don't know if I would go.
I think it'd be cool to go, but I definitely don't want to touch anything.
My bad luck would absolutely circumvent those demonic possessed items.
They would be like, you need to stay here. You're part of the archive now.
Yeah, I'd stay there. That's
Tom
fine.
needs his own cage.
Free room and board, free meals, that's fine.
You need to have your room right next to Annabelle's room. Yeah, Patrick Wilson, and how do you say her name?
I'm the worst at pronouncing names.
Ask Google.
Farmiga? I don't know. I do. Let's try and ask Google. Say, how do you pronounce Vera?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Vera Farmiga.
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 Okay. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga both traveled to Connecticut to meet the Warren, or at least Ed has been dead for many years, Lorraine Warren, prior to the filming of the movie to try and gain some sort of perspective on how Ed and Lorraine would have acted when faced with these types of supernatural occurrences. There's a lot of controversy around the Warrens because oftentimes people want to paint them as kooks and, they sensationalized their own cases that they investigated. I choose to believe. I'm a believer at heart. So whatever they encountered, I mean, it was so much that they had a relationship with the Catholic Church for exorcisms and whatnot. So something was going on. I don't know what.
I'm going to cut you off, Bill. So that's true that he's actually the only non-ordained person to perform exorcisms.
Is it true? You're asking?
I'm asking you, yes.
I don't. I have not one clue. But what I will say is, I know that the Warrens had like a priest that they would like call specifically and like bring out to different places. And I mean, I don't know if they've ever performed an exorcism. I would somewhat doubt it, just because, the Catholic rite, the exorcism wing is kind of a deep, dark secret that Catholics don't really talk about too often, and that the church definitely doesn't like to talk about because it's pretty archaic and it's not something that we are want to broadcast, and yet it's sensationalized in the movies all the time because it's so mysterious in that way.
So looking it up, Ed Warren did not actually perform any formal Catholic exorcisms.
I apologize. He's the only non-ordained demonologist.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, they operated as demonologists instead. Yeah.
But in the movie, he performed an exorcism, which is
right. So they made it more dramatic for the movies, I think.
Yeah, they put their Hollywood spin on it, which is not unusual and should be expected for our entertainment. What do you say we do this thing? We excited?
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I like this movie a lot, so yeah.
I do too. And I think it's a kind of a standard, have you seen Conjuring? Yeah, I've seen The Conjuring. Everybody's seen The Conjuring.
Yeah, I've seen Conjuring, yeah.
It was shot in chronological order as well. So as we're looking at this movie, reviewing it, we are seeing how it was filmed as well. So kind of interesting there. Warner Brothers picture, and we're rolling into it. It starts with the curious case of Annabelle Higgins. Ed and Lorraine, who we do not see in the actual interview space, are sitting down with three, I believe they're nurses, and they're kind of interviewing them to kind of determine whether their claim of a haunting or that Annabelle is walking around the fucking house is real or not real, like they would for any investigation. The research shows that Annabelle Higgins died in the apartment many years earlier, and the three nurses, this is in 1968, they've agreed to let the girl Annabelle go into the doll that they owned.
Bad idea.
Yeah, is that ever a good idea, Tom?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, why would you converse with a spirit and then tell them, yeah, it's okay to go into this doll?
Sure, take my doll.
What the hell? Possessing a doll. So the doll, Annabelle, is actually a Raggedy Ann doll. Do you think they should have used...
Extremely raggedy.
Well, yeah, but this, what they used was porcelain or something like that.
The Raggedy Anns, I remember, were pillows. Pillows.
Yeah, there's no...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like stuffed pillows, exactly. The real Annabelle doll was actually a Raggedy Ann doll that was brought by Donna's mother at a hobby shop and was known for not only leaving notes on parchment paper when there was no parchment paper around, but also attacked a friend named Lou by mysteriously leaving claw marks in his chest. The makers of the movie decided to make the doll more sinister, making it a porcelain-type doll. Do you think they should just use the Raggedy Ann doll?
The
Yeah, I like
Raggedy
them things
Ann
more
would have
than-
been... Yeah, the Raggedy Ann would have been more terrifying, I think.
I think so, too. But, as a result of this story, and you can kind of see where they're angling to. I don't think this was by accident. They're angling to make this story into its own franchise. And I think they used the Conjuring, the movie, to kind of showcase Annabelle.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good story, if nothing else.
And it's like their own thing. Like Raggedy Ann dolls, maybe they don't want to ruin all those dolls for everyone.
Franchise, there's probably a trademark thing, too, yeah.
Probably so. But they could have gone a little bit closer. They went completely off in left field with the porcelain
What
doll.
about with like a Chucky doll? Was a good, what's it called? Good Boy doll?
Good Guys?
Good Guys. So that was a doll
Good
before
Guys.
Chucky came out? Or did they
No,
start
they made
making
that.
those? Gotcha.
Why not use a Garbage Pail Kid?
Why not? Why not use something a little more close to a Raggedy Ann doll? I mean, it doesn't have to be a fucking Raggedy Ann doll. It could be anything that looks like it. Change the nose from like a square or a triangle
Teddy
to like
Ruxpin.
fucking nothing.
Teddy Ruxpin, maybe.
Teddy Ruxpin, there you go. Maybe he'll talk to us. Ed and Lorraine decide they're going to investigate, and the Annabelle doll moves from room to room and trashes the apartment and appears just when you thought it wouldn't appear, like when they throw it away, it comes back and asks, "Did you miss me?" and all types of weird shit. Tom, how do you get rid of an Annabelle doll without calling the Warrens?
You throw it in the fucking fire pit.
I think you burn it, right?
Absolutely, yes.
But, you know, as we've come to find out, Ed tells us if you destroy them, then the spirit just goes out into the world, at least with it being attached to an object.
Not
it
my
can be
problem.
soul
That
controlled.
spirit goes out in the world, you know? Not my problem.
Not my somebody else's problem. Maybe it attaches itself to you, though.
Not my spirit, not my problem.
Yeah, that's what I like.
not my doll, not my problem.
The spirit infested where it lives, and the demon's goal is not to go into the doll. The demon's goal is to infest one of the 3 students. So, yeah, if you burn it, I guess it's like probably what it actually wants, because then it gets to try and fucking make a play for your soul. I don't know.
You gotta pay the soul toll.
You gotta pay the soul toll if you want to get into the girls. Never mind. All right, so the Warrens are demonologists who ghost hunt, and Lorraine is a gifted clairvoyant, while Ed is kind of recognized by the Catholic Church as his own, like we said, a demonologist. He kind of does the tech side of the house, does the interviewing, while as Lorraine is sort of the feel and vibes, seeing into the past and kind of seeing what is actually happening in the present.
Yeah, the clairvoyant.
Yeah,
I love that.
So as the Annabelle story kind of wraps up, and they say in the movie they've taken Annabelle out and they've sort of locked her up in the archive at the Warrens' house in Connecticut, and they're speaking at a college, sort of telling them the background of the story. We kind of see the Warrens for who they are, right? They're a husband-wife team. And they kind of dress like, at least Lorraine dresses like she's a fucking out in the prairies of Kansas in the 1900s.
I like how she dresses. I think that's pretty. It's like very professional.
Yeah. Well.
But not like, it's like a feminine professional. It's not.
And she really dressed like that too, by the way.
It's not like pantsuits that you have to see nowadays of women in business. It was like very feminine but professional.
The real Lorraine wore like those kind of dresses that went up to like a little past the neck, like up to the bottom of her,
I like
her
that.
draw.
I wish that style made a comeback.
Maybe it will. Who knows? Although
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. In 1971 is where we're going to go to next, Harrisville, Rhode Island. A new family has moved in to a house, and the dog Sadie is not feeling it at all. This is the Perrin family. The Perron family it consists
Trust the dog. Trust the dog.
That's what I kept saying the whole time. Like, if your dog is doing that, why are you walking into that house?
Yeah, I think that's always a good move. And again, this is another poltergeist thing. I don't know if they're paying homage to.
There's that, and there's another callback to Poltergeist that's coming up.
Okay, you'll have to tell me more about that when we get there. I caught the Carolyn link. Carolyn is the mom, the Perron matriarch, and Roger is the patriarch. He's the dad. There's 5 girls: April, Cindy, Christine, Nancy, and Andrea. And they bring a little doggy Sadie along with us. And like I said, the real Perron family visited the set. The real Andrea Perron wrote a 3-part book based on her experiences titled House of Darkness, House of Light. Her experiences were written down in a book, and they also appear in the film. Some of her direct first-hand account experiences in the house that she wrote appear in the movie.
Which one was she? Was she the one getting her hair pulled, dragged around?
She's the oldest of the sisters.
So she witnessed the younger one getting
the glasses?
sleepwalking and stuff.
She's not the one with the glasses. She's like the one that feels like she couldn't give a shit because she's the older one. She's like, whatever.
But was she in the room when the sister would walk in and be banging her head off the dresser?
I think
that's that one. It's that one. Okay,
I think so. She cites the work. She cites the film as a work of art and not a work of fiction. So take from that what you may.
I like that she's happy with how it came out, because sometimes, a real life, you must get some closure on that, though. After such a traumatic thing, and then seeing it come to life on screen, showing how all the fucked up shit your family just lived through. That must be. I'm happy she felt like it was art and probably got some type of closure on that.
Yeah. Also, I echo Tom. Trust the dog. Trust the dog.
Amen.
If your family dog sits outside and starts barking at the new house you're moving in, there's a good chance that you're fucked. Just right off Jump Street.
Yeah, your gut instinct
for
should be
out there, if your dog won't enter a house,
don't go
in. Dog. Trust the dog.
So a little history on the house, since it's move-in day and the Perrons are moving in. 8 generations of family lived and died in that Perron house prior to them moving in. Andrea Perron suggested that some of the spirits from families never left. Deaths included 2 documented suicides, a poisoning, the rape and murder of an 11-year-old girl,
Jesus.
2 drownings, and 4 men who froze to death. Most deaths occurred within the Arnold family. From the Bathsheba Sherman was descended. So that's her. The Bathsheba is our main villain.
That's the witch?
That's the witch.
Okay.
And this Arnold family.
Name?
Bathsheba. She, I guess the Arnold family descends from her line of her family line. So
of curse.
Of curse. Also, did you know? Just so everybody's aware, in the state of Rhode Island, it does not require home sellers to disclose documented histories of the location's criminal activity, let alone any paranormal or supernatural hauntings to potential buyers.
Why is that in a law?
I don't know.
What about death or suicides? Because I'm from Massachusetts, you have to report if someone committed suicide or died in the house.
The state of Rhode Island does not require home sellers to disclose documented histories of the location's criminal activities, let alone any paranormal or supernatural hauntings to potential buyers. This is why the Perrons were unaware of all of the events taking place.
That's
Even
very
the deaths?
weird to be in law, but okay.
I think there are states that are just like that, though. You don't have to tell anybody. I think New York is one of those states.
Really?
No, you don't have to tell people that somebody died in your house. You don't have to tell people anything.
No, but repeat what you said, paranormal or
whatever. No. What I'm reading is any criminal activity, let alone, it's the whoever wrote this is saying let alone any paranormal activity. Because no one's going to believe that to begin with anyway. This is documentable criminal activity is what the law regards.
So, like, okay, if there's a murder in your house, you don't have to disclose it.
Basically, and if there's a haunting in a house, no one would believe you if you did disclose it anyway. Like, if you're a seller and you're like, this house is fucking haunted, the realtor company's like, okay, whatever, wacko, just let me fucking sell your house.
All right, that makes more sense. I remember on my old street, apparently there was a murder-suicide, and it was always talked about.
I often wonder that about hotels that I stay in. Like, how many of the hotels that we stay in that someone fucking died, or, you know, what kind of weird activity has happened in this room? Because there's like hundreds of people that roll through hotels every fucking month. So,
And sorry, I take it back. I guess you don't have to. I thought you always had to report, like, if it was like a traumatic death or something. But it's actually only if the house structure contributed to the death is the only time you have to report it.
how would a house contribute to a death?
Like if it was a carbon monoxide poisoning from like a broken furnace
I
or
see.
like
What if
something
the
like
person
that.
hung themselves from a rafter?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
like
that was the noose's fault. The structure never contributed to the death.
Yeah, but that extra load of weight, like, I would need to know about that.
Exactly. So, it's move-in day, and we're pumped. We got a new house, everybody. We're moving to the middle of nowhere in Rhode Island. And it seems like a loving family. Mom and Dad really are into each other. The kids are being kids, running around, going crazy. A little girl, I believe her name is April, she's the youngest, finds a music box out by an old rickety tree. This tree is clearly not a good tree. It looks like a fucking haunted tree to me. And
I hate this tree.
I hate this tree. And the poltergeist rule applies, does it not? Don't you have to cut this tree down?
No, look how... This tree's probably been around for like 300 years. Why would you cut it down?
I think you got to cut it down.
it looks like a nice tree.
It does not look like a nice tree.
Hang
Like it looks
swing
like an
set
evil
off it?
tree, but a good climbing tree.
I'm sure it is a good climbing
I
tree.
wouldn't climb it, but I would hang a swing set off of it.
Would you hang a noose from it? Yeah, I understand where all you guys are coming from. I'm just trying to tell you. I feel like this is, like I said, poltergeist rules. You have to lop that fucking tree
Bill's
down.
like, this is good firewood.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good swinging tree. That branch, like Tom's saying, hang a swing
It's
from there.
ugly as shit. Anyway, if your young daughter finds a music box out by an old tree like that, what are you thinking about that, Afterlife Allie?
Trash. Going right in the trash.
How come?
Burn it.
Looks very creepy. I don't like really... I used to like music boxes growing up, but now with all the scary movies,
Yeah,
I feel like they're really creepy.
it's a nice looking house,
Actually,
though.
you know what? I recant. I take back my statement. Don't burn it. You send it to the nearest pawn shop and
Yeah.
see how much you can get for it.
Exactly.
Let it be someone else's problem, and you get $50 off of it.
Yeah.
The music box itself sort of looks like a big top circus sort of tent, and it pops open almost like a jewelry box, and that's when the music starts to play, and there's this super duper creepy clown that pops up and down while the music is playing. It's fucking awful. And I will say that the jingle of the music box is uber creepy for me, and I can't replicate it, but it's fucking creepy as shit.
Bill hates it.
I really do. It's awful. So, Allie, was this your first time seeing The Conjuring?
I think it was. I think this was a movie that I maybe saw bits and pieces of because it was so popular, but I don't know. A weird time. I was like finishing college and stuff, so I have a thing about watching scary movies alone. I cannot do it. It really freaks me out. And I went to college to be a licensed funeral director, so anything that was like kind of real life, based on true story, or like the paranormal type stuff, I was like, I'm not going to watch it right now. Like, I'll watch it later. So I think this was one that just got, I kicked the can down the road. So this is when I fully watched it for the first time.
Tom, you were just saying you have never seen this movie either, but prior to the review, right?
Correct. This was my first time seeing the movie.
Wow. So it's kind of amazing that this has had such a big box office impact, and yet I'm watching it with two people who had never seen the movie before. That's pretty wild.
And I had seen other things like Annabelle and stuff. So
right,
just product of the time,
The film broke box office records after bringing in a total of $41 million in its opening weekend. It stands as the third highest grossing opening weekend for a rated R horror movie, behind Paranormal Activity 3 in 2011 and Hannibal in 2001. Pretty amazing that it did as well as it did, and that as good as it did, it still didn't get to Tombstone Tom or Afterlife Allie. I definitely saw this movie in the movie theater. I was one of the donators for that opening weekend.
Do you remember who you were with?
I'm positive that I was with some element of our Movie Mavens crew. Some combination of potentially Dr. J, potentially Murderous Mike. I'm not really sure, but maybe So Startled Sassus. I'm not really sure, but I do know that I saw the movie in the movie theater because I remember kind of in awe of the movie itself.
Are you one of those people that could have gone alone?
Yeah,
you would have seen this.
I see movies alone all the time.
And if you think I was there, then I wiped it from my memory.
I got to be honest with you, man. You could have been there, but you're saying this is the first time you've seen the movie. Then the answer is obviously no, because you're telling me that it's not possible. So I don't know.
It could just be a memory thing.
Well, then again, like I said before, like during that time period was a rough time.
Yeah, hard time. Yeah.
The trauma wipes it from our memory.
It's possible now. So the new family enters the new house, and they seem like a very close-knit sort of family. They play hide-and-seek with clap rules. How do you play hide-and-seek, Tom?
Not with clapping.
Not with clapping, yeah. This is the first time I've seen that. Have you ever seen that, Allie?
I have never seen that. We would do, like, hide-and-seek in the dark or, just regular hide-and-seek in the daytime, but the clapping, never
or
seen
the
that.
Good old manhunt.
Yes.
Good old manhunt.
Good old
sure,
manhunt.
Yes. Kick the can. I played Kick the Can. I will tell you that hide and clap, or whatever they call it, I don't know how I feel about that. Because you got to walk around your house blindfolded.
It's basically like Marco Polo, but
that's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're walking around their house banging into shit. I'm not doing that.
Well, it's a new house, too. You don't even know the lay of the land. I did, in the dark hide-and-seek when you knew your own house or you knew your friend's house.
That's how you learn the lay of the land, Allie.
Yeah, it's true. If you can do this blind, you can do it with your eyes open.
Trial by fire.
But they spin them around, too, so that's, a different element. First you're all dizzy trying to get your bearings.
Well, we're going to play. The Perrin family's going to play, and they just moved into this house. They're going to play hide-and-seek that leads to a closet that one of the daughters hides in, and it results in the closet wall boards falling in, revealing a hidden basement. My own personal reaction to this would be, this is dope. Bonus basement filled with really old antique shit. I'm thinking, fuck yeah, I'm getting all of that stuff out of the basement, putting it all in the front yard, and we're having ourselves a sick antique sale. That's the first thing I think. Later on, he goes, well, I got to try and get this furnace working. The furnace is down in the basement. So I guess home inspections weren't a thing, because how the hell did they buy the house and not know where the furnace was? Where's this furnace?
Why was it closed? Why was it boarded up?
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that, and we'll get into that now.
But a foreclosure, too, I thought there is no home inspection. I thought they just say, for sale, as is... And you're just wed to it because you bought it at an auction or whatever.
I don't know how auctions work.
I think the bank goes through the house and
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely. I've bought a foreclosure before, and there was definitely a lot of, they have to do an appraisal. They've got to you have to have a home inspector, the whole thing. Maybe that's current rules and not in 71. But I don't.
Maybe they
know
flew
those.
by the seat in their pants in 71.
Yeah.
Too
probably.
many
The house
boarded
is
up
standing?
basements.
All right, it's good.
Well, I mean, I got to figure the Perron family when they pull up, they're looking at the house as if they've seen it. This is the first time they're seeing it, so they must have bought it at an auction sight unseen, right?
Yeah.
So that's bizarre in itself.
House standing, $500.
Oh,
Sold.
sold. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, so Tom kind of touched on it. Was this boarded up purposefully?
I think so. Who boards up a perfectly good basement?
How about this? Let me throw this at you. The dad goes down with a match. Is that an odd move? Don't we have fucking flashlights?
Very odd, especially if you have a furnace. Does that furnace run on gas? You don't
Right.
know if
Is
there's
it-
a gas pocket going on in this basement?
Yeah.
He
True.
could have killed the whole family right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but, and again, matches are consumable. He's just holding matches down there. Have you ever held a match in the dark? It provides almost no light.
Do we not own flashlights?
Yeah. Well, that sets up later scene. Obviously, he leaves the match box down there, and purposefully, because we're going to get back to that. Later on in the night, Sadie is still barking outside. Believe the dog, maybe?
Poor Sadie.
Poor Sadie.
He's still like, get the fuck out of this house.
Humans!
Please.
Get out!
Please.
Would you ever leave your dog
Please.
out? Like this poor dog too, they put it on a chain. I always learned like you can't leave a dog outside overnight, especially chained up, because a coyote will come eat it.
Right.
And then it's a free easy meal because the dog can't run away.
I think Sadie would be able to take Coyote, though.
I don't know. I don't think so.
The only reason I say no is because
They go in a pack.
they go in a pack, and Sadie it does not have mobility. She's like literally has a little radius that she can operate in.
Chained up, yeah, all right, yeah.
Kind of like, a lamb to the slaughter sort of thing. Mom and Dad are going to bang, and they make that obvious. And she wakes up.
Got a break in the house, you know?
Yeah, got to christen the deal, right? So Mom wakes up to the creaking sound of a rope, which is a reoccurring theme throughout the movie. She also wakes up with bruises all over her legs.
They like the rough stuff.
She's
What
like,
did you do to me last night?
yeah, I beat up your legs. I was just sort of punching at your legs. 3:07 is the time that's frozen on the clocks in the house. Witch's time, right? Is that what that's considered? The witch's time?
The witching hour.
The witching hour. Yeah. It's like that time of the night or morning in between like 2 and 4 or something like that. The clocks all stop all at the same time. Not a good sign. We go to feed the dog, and moment of silence for Sadie, because the dog gets it immediately.
F in the chat for the dog. Double F's in the chat, because it's the dog.
Yeah, because, that dog died a hero, tried to save the family, and they were like, shut up, dog. Get out there and stop barking.
Quiet. Stop doing dog things.
Yeah, exactly. Dogs always get it in horror movies. That's it's a sad, sad state of affairs. In Monroe, Connecticut, Ed is being interviewed. The Warrens are having some sort of a piece done, I guess, in like a newspaper or a magazine of some sort. And they have a vault in their house that we sort of already touched on. Keeps all the artifacts from their various cases. Don't want to destroy them because that's not a good idea to do that. Lorraine has just recently died. I say just recently, probably in like the last 5 to 10 years. I don't know. You said that the museum, the Warren Museum, is still open, Tom? Is that a fact?
It should be. I can verify that right now if you want me to.
It's all right. I know that Annabelle, who the Warrens said should never leave the property, has left the property. They've like toured around the country with the Annabelle doll. So just for your own personal horror and fear, Annabelle could be coming to a town near you, and they did not honor the Warrens' wishes that Annabelle never leave the house. So that's a good move. As far as the museum, the original Ed and Lorraine Warren Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut is not currently open to the general public or for tours. The museum was closed in 2019 due to some zoning issues, and The house was purchased in 2025 by investors planning a new public permanent location in 2026. So maybe we'll be getting an actual, more permanent, more up-to-code structure soon. Who knows?
It looks like when you Google it, you get Atlas Obscura, and it's like they move around.
Yeah. I'm not in favor of the Warrens Museum not being a permanent structure, and I certainly am not in favor of Annabelle doing a fucking countrywide tour.
Gives Carney vibes.
Yeah, it gives Carney vibes. Not only that, but evil traveling around the country. All good. We should just we should honor what Ed and Lorraine said and not do the things that they're doing. But that's my 2 cents. I'm not the one trying to get a paycheck off of the deal. Ed, while he's doing this interview, kind of hints at the fact that Lorraine, while doing the last exorcism that they did, something happened to her. The exorcism impacted Lorraine in some negative way, and he says it's not really an issue anymore, but it still feels like an issue between them because he doesn't trust that she's not going to get hurt again, and she's like, you got to let me do my thing, and the whole there's like that weird subtle conflict throughout the whole movie. So, do you believe in possession, Tom?
Being raised a Roman Catholic, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, like, we had that teacher who was a priest
Mm-hmm.
in our high school who talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I believed him.
Yeah. First account stories are really super impactful to me. I think, if you believe in the devil and you believe in, like, demons, you can believe in hauntings and possession and stuff of that nature, which is why I find exorcism movies and haunting movies to be the most scary of all of the horror movie genres. I know Allie does not feel this way. Allie, do you believe in possession?
I think I do. But
Oh, boy.
I don't know. It's just not my favorite genre of horror movie. I don't know. Because some of it just... I think it can be real in real life, but in the movies, it's a hard buy-in for me.
We meet also Judy Warren, who's the Warrens' little daughter, who's kind of like sneaking around while the interview is taking place. So Ed and Lorraine are not alone. Judy is there with Grandma Georgina, who also looks after Judy while the Warrens are out gallivanting around the country looking to, hunt some damn ghosts and exorcise some damn demons. So back at the Perron house, it's nighttime. Everybody's asleep. 3:07 hits. Guess what? It's the witching hour. We smell sulfur in the air.
The witching hour.
The leg is pulled from one of the girls, waking them up. And downstairs, Dad is kind of asleep on the couch. Hears thumping around the house, doors creaking. Dad investigates. Window is open. Potential cause of all of the doors slamming, maybe. I don't know.
Just some drafts.
Just some drafts. It happens. It's an old drafty farmhouse. He also hears some banging upstairs. Uh-oh. So he's going to go and investigate that. And the banging sound upstairs leads to a jump scare with a daughter on the stairs telling the dad one of the other daughters is sleepwalking in the bedroom. So he goes up, grabs the daughter. She's literally walking into an armoire, banging her head.
This was weird. This was really weird.
She's just repeatedly banging her head on the armoire like she's trying to go into The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe to see Aslan and live her forever life.
So that word means wardrobe?
Yeah, it's a wardrobe. Armoire? You don't know what...
Are you French? What language is that?
I think it's probably French.
I've never heard anything than a wardrobe.
Tom, have you ever heard the word armoire?
I believe I have, yes. Which is just another fancy word for wardrobe.
Yeah, very fancy. All right.
Jeez, I didn't know I was going to get attacked for that. So, that was out of nowhere. So,
have you heard the term foyer?
Foyer,
Yes,
exactly.
Yes. But that's just foyer in, English.
Yeah, that little room in between the other rooms.
I prefer to call it the vestibule, but that's just me.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
See, flowery language is fun.
I've always called it the foyer.
The foyer, that's right.
Because like in my apartment, you go in and then there's the upstairs to get to the second floor apartment, which isn't mine. But then the first door on the right is mine.
Yeah.
But that little room where you put your shoes is the foyer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vestibule is like a church thing, I think. Anyway, so that's where you put your vestments on if you're a priest. So here we go. Sleepwalking into the wardrobe. Have you ever been cursed with sleepwalking, Tom?
Not. Wow, really, we're gonna get into this. There have been times where I have fallen asleep in my bed and then woken up on the couch.
Weird.
That's freaky.
See, I've fallen asleep on the couch and woken up in my bed before, but never like in reverse. Once I'm in bed, I'm usually locked in.
But here's the thing. On the couch were grocery bags. Like, grocery bags of like bottles of soda or whatever. Not perishables, but... And I just fell asleep right on top of them.
Oh, wow.
Why would I just fall asleep on top of those?
Tom, I literally thought we were going with you sleep grocery walked for a second, but you're saying you got home earlier in the day, dropped off the groceries, and then later you've sleep walked onto the groceries, like to sleep on?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were saying
It was basically like I fell asleep in my bed, and then I woke up on top of my groceries that were on the couch.
Isn't the human mind weird that you could literally, like, activate your motor skills while still asleep and not being conscious of what you're doing? That's fucking weird to me, man.
Yeah, I really think maybe I was abducted.
Oh, okay.
And that's why, segue, we should do an alien abduction horror movie.
Oh, that's Tom.
Horror movie Mavens.
Definitely got to get in.
I know Tom is so freaked out by aliens. I've known this my entire time knowing him, basically my entire life.
Yeah, they're fucking scary.
Yeah, super creepy. Just to keep it on the rails, we will do that, Tom. Just to keep it on the rails, though, sleepwalking in general, the girl has had a history of sleepwalking, so I guess maybe the move has activated that for her. And I find sleepwalking to be super creepy.
It is. Yeah. It is very creepy when you fall asleep in one area and then you wake up in another. It's, what am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly. The next day, Mom's got more bruises on her arms. She just akes up every day is worse than the last.
What are you doing? What are you doing, me husband?
Like, what are you doing, stepbrother? The kids, it's their first day of school and Dad's first day at work. So we're all going to go away. But right before that, a pigeon is going to suicide itself directly on the side of the house. Moment of silence for the pigeon, or the bird, whatever type of bird it was.
F in the chat.
Yeah, they... Do you think it's a good sign that the aviary community is suiciding themselves on the side of the house?
So that's typically bad.
I would think that's typically bad, yeah.
Because, birds usually use the magnetic alignment of the Earth to navigate. So something's typically off here.
Yeah, I didn't even go that deep into it. I just look at it as a bad omen. Breaks that neck right all the way around. And good night, sweet prince. The littlest Perron, April, is going to be in her room. Since everybody's away, it's just Mom and April at home. And she's talking to no one. She's talking to a person by the name of Rory, who lives in a music box. She opens the music box and sees, as the jingle of the music box plays, sees Rory behind her over her shoulder and offers the mom to do the same. She does not see it, but it is one of those high intense moments of the movie that you're like, holy shit, what's gonna... Because the mirror of the music box is like very cloudy, and there's like a swirl in it, so it like moves around the room as the music is playing. So very, very high level of creep. We do not see the Rory character or the person that she's talking to. It's a high level creep factor, though, I have to say. And the music, again, on the music box is NUTS nuts. I do not. I find it very creepy. I would not have that in my house if that was found outside of my house. But we're going to play hide and clap with April because we're a good mom, and we're going to go out there and play hide and clap while all of the sisters are away and the dad is away. And we're going to blindfold mom, and we're going to spin mom around like a top. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Right round.
And you guess the rules of the game, or you get 3 claps. You can request 3 claps for those who are hiding.
Very weird game. I never heard this game before in my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very fucking weird. And to be blindfolded again, she's like running into shit and whatnot during this game, like knocking stuff over. I would be pissed because you're just breaking shit all along the way. In the distance, we see she kind of like gets asked for the clap. She gets claps in the house. She goes into the girls' room where the armoire was before, otherwise known as a wardrobe. Clapping in the distance. The wardrobe is open, and you see arms clapping in the distance.
That was creepy.
Very. And she's like, I can hear you breathing. The mom, like, she knows the daughter is in there. And out of nowhere, the little girl comes out from behind her. I was hiding in a totally different area of the house. You couldn't find me. So literally, like, the mom was in hot pursuit of someone who did not exist.
Meanwhile, I'm watching the movie with subtitles on, so the breathing was actually wheezing.
Yeah, I'm sure of that, yeah. And it did sound like wheezing, too. Very fucking creepy that we saw the hands, and meanwhile she's like moving like all of the clothes in the wardrobe around. Nothing fucking there. Awesome, dude. Very, very, very cool. Nighttime. We're getting woken back up by a sleep leg pull.
Something I've always heard about demonic possessions, like they always like feel a pull or a tug.
Yeah, the other piece to that, too, is the smell of sulfur, like something like rotten meat. That's always another...
Did you fart?
Yeah, exactly. But that's like a hallmark of bad shit is going on, like literally something that's offensive to the senses. You know, on some base level, we're still animals, right? So if we can smell danger, and that's danger, friend. That's not something that you want. So, again, we're sleeping. We get our leg pulled. And we wake up, and there is a noise under the bed. I got a hard time believing any little girl is looking under their bed, but that's what she does. And as she looks under the bed, we hear a door creaking shut across the room. So she's like underneath looking at the door of the room closing. I thought we were going to get a sick jump scare here when she comes back up, and like the camera kind of follows her around point of view. It's really slick camera work. We go from upside down to like...
This film has really great camera work.
It does. It's unbelievable. The way that he can envision that and then translate that to film is kind of unbelievable. That's why he's a good director. Cool camera shot, upside down to right side up, like I just previously said, causes her to wake up the sister, and there's someone behind the door. Did you guys see anything actually behind the door?
On my screen, no, I did not.
I did not either.
Yeah, I did not, but she's playing this to the fucking hilt, man.
You want to see something.
Yeah.
Like, what is she seeing?
That's right. That's absolutely right. I was like trying to see something behind the door.
But I don't know. Do you guys believe in the thing? I mean, we talked about the dog earlier. The dog can sense things.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Allie. But if it's a demon, it should be absolute shadow. Which that's what she was pointing at.
That's true.
Absolute darkness.
Right. Well, she definitely thought she saw something. Allie, what were you going to say?
So, like, you guys kind of, I think, already agreed on, like, animals have that sense where, like, something's wrong and that there's, like, a bad thing. I think children also have that where, like, they're so innocent that they can see this fucked up shit or, like, spirits or ghosts or whatever that we can't see. It's like, as we grow up and become adults, it's like our rational mind, you know, or we talk ourselves, oh, I didn't hear that, I didn't see that. But, like, as a kid, when you're so innocent, I think you still have that ability. Like, I grew up, and my Nana used to babysit me, and I would, like, point down the hallway. Her son passed away. My uncle passed away in a car accident when he was, like, 17. So I had never met him. But I grew up hearing stories about my Uncle Packy and stuff. But I would, like, point down the hallway at my Nana's house. He didn't die at the house. But I pointed, I'd be like, Nana, Uncle Packy's right there. He's right there. And it's like so many adults would come tell me, you know, my parents, they'd be like, don't say that to Nana, that upsets her, blah, blah, blah. It's like if I saw him or not, I don't really know, because when you're a little kid and they're trying to talk you out of what you saw and they're trying to, like, explain it away. So my Nana, like, fully believed that I saw my Uncle Packy and that he'd come say hi and, like, visit us. She believed like that. But other people in our lives were like, don't say that, you're going to upset her. You know what I mean? Like, so I think what kids have that.
What did you see when you were saying that?
I just supposedly saw him.
You don't remember?
I don't remember in my adult brain, but I do remember pointing. I remember trying to convince people. I'm like, he's right here. Why can't you guys see him? Like, I remember the fight of, like, he's right here. Why can no one else see him? Why is he talking to me and he can't, like, show himself to everyone else? So I don't remember, like, what I actually saw, but whatever the feeling was, I, like, truly tried to convince my Nana, who was my caregiver, my babysitter at the time. I'm like, he's right here and this is what he's saying. And it's, like, kind of the experience where I kind of said things that I would have had no business knowing as, like, a 2 and 3-year-old girl who didn't ever meet that uncle. You know what I mean? So there were, like, creepy things like that.
I think there's another factor, too. Like, if a demon is trying to narrow in on one person, that one person's going to see it. If a ghost is trying to reach out to one person, that one person's going to see it. And it's usually going to be someone a little younger, like we're all saying, probably somebody who's more mind open to other possibilities, because they don't know any better to not
they
be
haven't lived
jaded.
Through life, and they're not defeated by life.
That's right.
It's the innocence. Until someone's telling you, no, you don't see that, no, you don't hear that, you maybe really did see that stuff. And I feel like if you are maybe raised by people that believe in that type of, like, clairvoyancy, they could maybe, like, harness it and, like, teach you, like, you know, how Judy has her mom in this movie to help her. Like, you know, in later Conjurings, we come across that Judy has the same power as Lorraine. I don't know. Maybe I could have been a clairvoyant if someone believed in me.
Well, the sister does wake up and goes behind the shadowy door. There's nothing there but a bad smell and the door slamming shut.
It's so scary. Like, this shit is really scary.
Yeah.
If someone's saying they see something and the other one's like, nothing's here, but they can smell and, like, maybe feel the coldness, smell the horrible smell. I don't know. I
gotta say, too, the girl who sees the shadowy figure is acting this shit. Joey King is her name.
Oh, yeah.
She acts the shit out of this.
Amazing. For such a young girl.
Everyone comes running, because that's what happens when all the little girls start screaming all at the same time. She says, after they get back into the room, it wants my family dead. Yikes. Is this scary? Wow. Did you get scared in this scene?
Yes.
I was too. I won't lie.
This is why I couldn't watch this stuff. And, like, I lived above a funeral home, and I already felt like, you know, that's creepy to live above a funeral home. So I could not watch scary movies like this by myself, because I do believe in it. So I just didn't want to, like, I didn't want anyone talking to me. Like, if there was any level of clairvoyancy in me, I was like, please don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to anyone. Leave me alone, spirits.
Back at the Warren house, Ed tries to do an investigation without letting Lorraine know. It's a non-starter, no dice. The relationship between these two seems very real when they're talking to each other, too. So the Perron's dad is a trucker, so he's going to be away. And Mom hears clapping in the middle of the night. Plus, this is a bad night, by the way. All of the pictures on the staircase are going to get shot off the wall as if somebody ran down the wall or ran down the stairs and knocked all the pictures off of the wall.
I would literally wake up and be like, who the fuck did that?
Right? If your husband's away, are you going to go and investigate some creepy noises in the basement, Allie?
No, I'm going to lock me and my kids in a bedroom with a weapon, like a gun, bat, maybe grab everything. And we're sleeping in one room for that night.
Right.
So I can protect everybody. And we're going to just ignore the scary noises till the morning, or maybe call the police if it gets that bad.
Well, there's like an old dusty...
But this is like 1971, correct? So
So we're just locking ourselves into a room and like...
like women's lib, they're, feeling more, we're freedom.
Yeah, well, freedom gets you falling down the stairs. She hits her head all the way down. This is after she heard the piano playing by itself down there. Tom, you're saying you would go and investigate when the piano's playing in the dark basement?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Sure.
I would think one of my kids is fucking with me. I'd be like, hey, like, whatever kid was the trouble, are you down there, like, playing the piano? I'd be like, get back into bed. I wouldn't necessarily be thinking, like, paranormal activity.
Right. Well...
I've had paranormal activity before. We can get into that later.
I agree with you, Tom, so I'm scared of all this shit.
All right. Well, she falls down her stairs and hits her head a few times, and then as she's laying there trying to get her senses about her, a ball comes flying out of the antique pile down in that basement. Not good. The bulb goes out, and she runs upstairs as that door swings closed. And it's very scary. Also, the clapping doesn't stop because she starts lighting matches. And as they burn down to her fingertips, she has to light more matches. These are the matches that the father left behind before. She gets a clap right by her fucking head.
That was creepy.
Fuck that.
And, dude, that's fucked up, man.
So fucked up.
Like, there's a fucking person right behind you. And this is when she was at the top of the staircase, too, so there's, like, no room for somebody to be up there with you. So Mom's locked in the basement, and we're going to start sleepwalking into the fucking wardrobe, man. We've been activated. Go Gadget sleepwalking. Sister tries to, like, guide her away and put her back in bed. And, like, they're still banging on the wardrobe, right? Bang, bang, bang. Like, there's something in it. So this sister, I forget her name, is going to go and open up the armoire to see what exactly is in this fucking thing.
The armoire.
Yeah. And
Armoire.
opens it. There's a witch crouched on top of the fucking wardrobe.
That's so scary.
And, like, jumps on her.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
this was the first legit, jump scare for me. Like, what is that person doing there?
Bro, and the fucking look on her face, too, of the witch's face, Bathsheba, as we come to find out, is, like, fucked up because the camera work is slick, too. It pans up slow and then does the big zoom in. It's fucked up, bro. And that girl is, that witch is fucking completely freaked out. Scare factor very high on this one, in my opinion. So, can you imagine, you're a trucker, and you come home, and you find this fucking scene happening in your house? The mom's locked in the basement, the girls are all screaming upstairs, freaking out.
Trucker Clock.
Yeah, the time is not good for Trucker Clock. He's running around the house like, what the actual fuck is going on here?
That would be horrible to walk into.
What are some reactions if you're a trucker coming home, Tom? What are you thinking?
Sounds like dinner's ready.
Whatever the fuck. Yeah, we're cooking, all right. We're out at, that scene is complete. Now we're out at some Massachusetts college, and the Warrens are speaking about exorcisms and the different stages of exorcisms. And Carolyn Perrin is in the audience, and she is hearing Ed and Lorraine talk about all of these things and is convinced she needs the Warrens' help. So she's going to ask for help after the little session here. kind of pleads with them too, because this was not on their plate. Ed is sort of a little dismissive, but Lorraine sort of feels like this is something that she needs to help them with, right? So they head out and they investigate. What luck, right? They're just so happen to be in Massachusetts, and I live in fucking Rhode Island. Like, this is going to be a hell of a drive for the Warrens, so I can see why Ed would be a little bit aggravated at this not being on his itinerary.
Guys, New England, everything is like an hour to 2 hours away. It's really not a big drive.
I'm sure it was not just an hour away. There's
Too bad we don't have Murderous Mike here.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Worldwide to tell us.
I know New England, guys. I'm your masshole on the podcast.
Oh, shit, okay. We've got a masshole here. Lorraine...
Damn.
Oh, shit. The Warrens go and they help. And Lorraine feels vibes all over the place. She feels vibes when she first walks in. She feels vibes in the basement. Sees Rory in the music box that we touched on before, the little ghost boy that talks to April, the youngest daughter. Also sees a woman hanging from a tree where the little girl found the music box. We'll call it the hanging tree.
She's literally vibing all over the place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, the swinging and swaying as, like, the camera just tilts out a little bit or pans out a little bit, and the feet are just, like, right by Lorraine's head, and you can hear that creaking of the rope again. It's fucked up. And freaked me the fuck out when I first saw the movie. High scare level warning as well here.
Definitely.
The entity Lorraine describes has attached itself to the family, and they can't just move out now, because it will basically follow them around wherever the fuck they decide to go.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah, so it's not like, the old standard is just move or get the fuck out of the house. Or
just go to a hotel.
This is not something that you can really do that with. So
what if they went to a church?
That's a good question.
But will the church let you sleep over?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
Yeah. The Warrens decide they will assist, and the investigation is going to kick off. All right, so they get some background on the house, and the suggestion is that they get the kids baptized from Ed.
Yeah, so that was kind of weird, at least to me.
What?
I mean, would it matter if the kids are baptized or not?
I think it helps. I think it's like claiming the kids, because they are innocent. They're getting attacked. I think it would help.
Depending on what you believe is what you believe. But to get baptized in the Catholic Church is to remove original sin and be basically protected. You're under the umbrella of Jesus Christ now, right?
You got some armor.
So you think like, all right, so baptize the children so the demon can't latch on to anything.
Right. And the baptismal vows that we see like very prominently in the movies like The Godfather is do you reject Satan and all of his deeds or whatever, and it's like it goes through all of these things. It probably wouldn't hurt. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, at this point I'd be trying everything. So if they're like, yeah, you should start with this, then I'd probably go start with that.
Yeah.
But shouldn't a priest coming to like bless the house just be good with that or no?
Here's the thing. I agree with you. That seems like an obvious move. Like, even when you move into a new house, there's a tradition with Italians and probably a bunch of other peoples, when you move into a new house, you get the house blessed. You have a priest, a clergyman come over and do a little holy water deal, say a prayer, good luck with your house, hope everything is great. Almost like a cleansing, right? Other religions, they light, like, incense and move around the house. It wouldn't hurt, and I think it's free. I don't think a priest would be like, I need to be booked, and I think it would just come over and be like, yeah, sure, absolutely.
I didn't know a priest did that.
I want a tithing though.
I want a house blessed. I just go around my house with sage or like Palo Santo and be like, get out of here.
Get out of here,
bad things.
Nasty demons. Get out of here, you.
Yeah, but I mean, how about that? You just said that. Get out of here, you nasty demons. Like, what if you just will it?
I think you could do some ritual type stuff yourself.
Use the force. Like,
use the force.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Like, just open a window, get some sage, just walk around and like say a little like positive affirmation or like
say a little prayer for you.
Maybe that will change your
luck.
luck.
In the beginning, like fear gives them power. So,
That's
like,
it. Yeah, it feeds on them. Yeah.
I don't believe in you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right. Same concept. It's Freddy Krueger rules there. Freddy Krueger only gets power when you're asleep and you're scared in your dreams, and then he becomes more strong and is able to kill you in your dreams. So same scenario with the demons, right? If you believe in them the most. But here's the thing. I don't know how the hell you don't believe in them when they're standing on your fucking armoire and jumping down on you. So how the fuck does somebody not believe in that? But.
Yeah. And that's what Ed says, right? He's like, if you believe in the bad, if you believe in like the demons, how can you not believe in the good?
That's right.
I like that line.
So, yeah, big investigation. They did a little recording kind of describing, having the Perrin family describe what's been happening to them on recording. And when they get back and they're doing some research on the house and they discover all of these bad history with the house, they also discover that there was no recording of Carolyn's voice, which is pretty fucking weird. The house has a history of witchcraft, violence, and tragedy on that property, and 307 was when the witch was pronounced dead via suicide as she was hung. So all of these things lead the Warrens to believe that, yeah, they have to figure this all out. So they take the case on, officially. And the Warrens kind of move into the Perrons with bringing their fellow investigators, Drew and a cop named Brad, in to assist. Brad is a non-believer, and Drew is
Brad.
He's a non-believer policeman, and Drew is kind of a young, up-and-starter, paranormal activity kind of guru. He's the equipment guy, right? All the equipment's all set up, high-tech for its day, I'm sure. They've got all kinds of cool little temperature-sensitive flash bulbs and sound recorders and bells on doorknobs and all the things that we need in order to make sure we understand what's happening around this house.
1970s ghost hunters.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. They also have an 8mm, camcorder type camera situation going on. It probably takes weeks to set all this up. So Lorraine and Carolyn kind of talk about back and forth about a picture that Lorraine sort of keys on, and there was a time at the beach with the family, and they were together, and that was like, a really nice moment for her, and they kind of have that clairvoyant type talk with each other. Later on, that kind of is an important thing for Carolyn specifically. So next morning, Lorraine is helping out with folding laundry. They're going to help her out around the house since they're there. They might as well help. Sheet goes awry, gets loose, and takes the shape of a person that's standing right next to Lorraine, and then vaporizes, and the sheet continues to move up into the bedroom where Carolyn is taking a nap.
What a hint.
After the sheet.
What a hint.
Yeah, well, kind of like I teleported from here to there. There's a person now in that window that the sheet went up to, and kind of turns and moves further into the room. Oh, this would literally make my hair white if I saw any of this shit.
Yeah, that'd be very scary. But I like the visual for, like, how that entity then goes and, like, gets the mom.
Yeah.
He, like, invades her.
But Carolyn is taking a nice little rest.
But can the demon control weather?
I don't think it was controlling weather, though, was it?
I think it was just the wind blowing, and then the sheet flew off onto it.
It just so happened to be a gusty day, I guess.
It was like all this ominous gray wind, like, oh my god, now the storm's
Well, that's
coming.
true.
Like,
Hey, that's New England weather.
Well, that's true.
It's pretty gray up there.
Tom makes a point, though, because they did make a point of it to see that the gray clouds are moving in and the wind started kicking up, but I don't know that one has anything to do with the other. I'm not really sure. Probably just making it, Hollywood-like.
But yeah, it was a very cool visual. The wind blows the sheet off, and then you see the figure with the sheet, and then
It's a nor'easter. It's nor'easter season up there.
It's a nor'easter.
Nor'easter. Oh, we gotta get the clams.
Mm-hmm. Park the car down by the bar. Carolyn is sleeping soundly, and she wakes up with the entity floating above her with this fucking awesome shot of Bathsheba kind of floating into her eye vision. Those eyes.
So scary.
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba vomits red substance into her mouth, and we are obviously led to believe this is her being possessed. Am I right?
Oh, you're fucked. Yeah.
Correct. Yes, you are now possessed.
Right. And I should mention, I failed to mention before that during the Warrens' investigation, they did uncover that this witch named Bathsheba, that was the name of the witch. Okay, just so and everybody's on the same page here. Lorraine rushes upstairs because she saw this this whole thing happen, the pursuit of the demon of Carolyn going upstairs. She runs up and Carolyn walks out of the bathroom basically like nothing happened, even though she was like retching and throwing up into the bathroom.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. See you later. Everything's fine.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Well, I've never been here with that specifically, but I
need to send Tom some sage. You gotta get some energy cleansed here.
Bad luck, Bill. Sounds more like bad luck, Tom.
We'll clear all your demons, guys. I can help you.
Wake up every morning before I go to work.
So the dudes are together, Ed and Roger, and they're sort of having a heart-to-heart over the an old antique vehicle that Ed's kind of volunteered himself to sort of help fix. And basically what comes out of this scene is Lorraine is susceptible to evil because she is a clairvoyant. She is more sensitive to these things too. Each case that they do, it takes a piece of her. And the last time was a bad one, and it scared her so bad that she kind of locked herself in a room for a while and wouldn't come out, and made Ed a little bit on the nervous side.
See, that I really want to know what the heck she saw.
Well, yeah, I agree.
My personal opinion, I think she saw hell.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that's what kind of took it out of her for a little while?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I think it's a good question, and I think maybe in later movies we will find out, but I'm not really 100% certain that they do. So, later that night, Brad and Drew are on watch, right? And Cop Brad is, again, a skeptic, and he's going to have a pretty sick jump scare of a maid wandering around the house with her wrist cut, wandering from room to room. Look what you made me do. And it made my scalp tingle with the misdirection. It completely got me. The maid wanders into the room, so the cop goes into the room in the direction of where the maid is, and then out of the side is where the jump scare comes. So it's a complete misdirection, and she's like screaming, "Look what you made me do!" to the cop, and he like fucking falls down on the ground, obviously, because he's freaked out.
Maid? Where does she come from?
Yeah, out of thin air, my friend. It scared the absolute shit out of me.
Yeah, definitely. Wait, I thought she said, "Look what she made me do." That comes later?
Yeah, I think they clarify that later on.
Yeah, no, look what she made me do, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is look what she made me do?
That's what I thought, because she's...
No, she said she, because I had the subtitles on when I was watching the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, it's look what she made me do.
Okay.
Because she knows it was Bathsheba. Is that what
Yeah, drove her nuts.
Bathsheba's been haunting this house for a very long time.
So yeah, good correction. Look what she made me do. This misdirection activates the sleepwalking little girl, so she just starts walking around the house now.
That would be so fucked up.
And sleepwalking little girl goes upstairs, and the cameras start going off, and everyone's like, no, it's not that the cameras are picking up her. The cameras are picking up the temperature dropping next to her.
That was freaky. I'm like, oh, we had this technology in the 70s? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just that we have this technology at all is freaky to me.
Yeah.
Something's with her, is the quote, and leads them to a false wall in the wardrobe. So this is where Rory, the little kid, obviously is trying to bring her. When he's scared, this is where Rory goes, is what the little girl says after she's woken up.
Did you think she, vanished?
I kind of did. I'm not going to lie, because there's a huge panic in the scene where they're, grabbing the black light to try and figure out where, temperature-wise, where was the last place that she was. And she sort of disappears a little bit. I'm sorry, they grab a UV light. it's one of these deals where I'm like, where the fuck did she go? Like, there's got to be a physical reason.
You know, like, yeah, like, I was trying to keep it grounded.
Right. So where did you think she went?
Well, I mean, you don't know where she went, but the guy grabs UV light and he's following it into the armoire.
Right. That's right. And again, it reveals the false little wall there, kind of a hole in the wall that goes into like a hiding space.
That is crazy.
Lorraine goes inside and kind of puts the music box in that weird shape that the music box is in, puts it on a shelf where there's some dust in that same shape.
Other little trinkets.
Yeah, with all these other little treasures that are in the hiding spot, just for further confirmation that this is Rory's
all those
hiding
must
spot.
Be worth a fortune, by the way.
Yeah. Well, there's as many secret passages in this house. This house is worth a fortune.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. If this wasn't haunted, I absolutely love this house. It's super cool.
You would like it with passageways and stuff, though?
Oh, yeah, I love that stuff. Like, working and owning...
All the cobwebs and stuff?
Well, you gotta clean it out, but I've worked for funeral homes and stuff where they have the secret passageways and different stairwells and, you know, it's kind of like where all the servants used to be.
Why would funeral homes have secret passageways?
It wasn't always a funeral home.
Right. It was like just a big, like, beautiful Victorian home. So it was probably where, like, servants and stuff maybe
so
like stuff around
between the homes to serve the masters.
Yeah, but also when it did become a funeral home, you would just use those secret passageways to, like, bring bodies in and out of, like, the embalming rooms and stuff. So, like, they were still useful.
I can tell you what. Allie says one thing.
So here's the real life horror, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Allie says one thing but acts a completely different way because she would despise this house. This is old and this is dirty and there's spiders.
I want it clean.
Yeah. Okay.
If someone like deep cleaned this stuff, then I would be crawling around those passageways.
I have a feeling I would get a earful of complaints about this house if I purchased it. But
even my grandparents' house,
Allie dragged dead bodies through holes.
No, they weren't holes. They were just like secret stairwells and stuff.
Yeah.
Secret passageways in homes.
They weren't holes.
Creepy as shit.
But my grandparents' house in upstate New York, they have like secret tunnels under their stairwells and stuff that me and my sister used to crawl through when we were little. Like they have a tunnel that goes from like a closet under the stairwell and then you can pop up out of like this weird landing thing that they have like at the stairs. I don't know. I love secret passageways. I think it's super cool.
Sure. That sounds great.
Fucking weird.
Have you guys ever been in any secret passageways? Or
hell no.
What about
touring
the mansions in Rhode Island? Those are like famous tours you can go on and they show you back secret ways that the servants used to take and stuff too. I'm sure too down here in Louisiana there's probably...
He didn't have servants.
No, I didn't have servants either. I'm saying if you go look at the mansions in Rhode Island, or I'm sure even down here with like the plantations. Check it out. I'm advertising.
All right, Allie's an advertisement, a walking advertisement for Rhode Island.
Yeah. How about go to Hal's Cavern?
Hal's Cavern, yeah.
In the Catskills. That's great.
House Cabin's actually kind of neat, but we're not going to get into that. In the crawl space, Lorraine pulls up a rope with a noose, and then immediately falls through the floor, all the way down
oh my God, so
to the
scary.
basement.
All the way down.
It's a long way, man.
How would
I
you
don't know
react?
how she didn't die. I thought she was dead.
I know.
I thought she was good. Here's the thing. If you're looking at this movie in a vacuum, and you don't know that there's sequels to this movie... I felt like Lorraine was actually in real danger here.
Yeah.
I thought the character might be up over her head because that's a long way down, dude. That's a long fall.
If you're the husband, if you're Ed, what are you thinking?
If I'm Ed, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, holy fuck, I gotta get down to the basement. Now, Ed runs around the house trying to figure out, like, what wall that she's in because there's no guarantee she went to the basement. She could just get stuck in a partial wall that wasn't ever finished.
I think he went to the first floor first. I don't think he knew.
Why are houses built like this?
I don't know, because that's the way witches do it, man. That's why. The music box plays, the little jingle, and Lorraine is kind of sensing there's a spirit in the area, Rory and Mom are there, and Rory is obviously dead and stabbed to death. And the mom is kind of like hunched over him. She's like, "Look what she made me do." And this means the witch, right? The witch kind of made everyone go nuts and kill people. Is that right? Am I getting that the right inclination from all this?
Yeah, she's like possessing the nannies and the moms and
causing all of this hell and discontent, right? So that rope noise, it hits again as Lorraine is like laying there at the bottom, like still trying to get her senses about her. And like the dangling feet appear as if Bathsheba has just hung herself in the basement.
So scary.
And is like slowly turns.
But it was someone else committing suicide, I thought.
Potentially. It doesn't have to be Bathsheba. Turns and looks at where Lorraine is, the general direction of where Lorraine is, and like glides towards her. Like the noose is like not actually hanging on anything. It's just like floating towards her, which I thought was a really good and scary effect.
Definitely.
Very, very impactful. She tries to run and gets caught by her locket that her daughter gave her earlier on in the movie and rips it off.
All right, so I thought this was going to go somewhere else right here.
Where did you think it was going to go?
Okay, so the locket got caught and stayed here, so I thought the demon, whatever, was going to latch onto that.
It sort of did, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because it used the connection that the daughter gave to the mom to then go to the Warrens' house where the other locket was, because the locket was a twin locket. So the daughter was wearing the other side of the locket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went there and started fucking with the daughter.
And we'll get there. We're going to get there. So what all comes out of this is a big light bulb moment for Lorraine. Bathsheba possesses the mother to get to the kids, to kill them. And that's the whole idea, right? So now we know, if we're investigating, we know that Carolyn is the prime. We got to watch Carolyn,
she's possessed.
Right? Yeah. Or if she's not possessed, she's going to be possessed pretty soon. If you're an investigator, you don't know that she is possessed, but you kind of got a sense that maybe she might be in bad shape.
Right.
This is where one of the girls gets pulled around the house by her hair, and they have to like cut her hair off in order to free her from whatever is wrenching her all over around the house.
Very, very smart. Very smart.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. Seriously. There's no fucking way I would have thought that. To cut the hair. So, it's all on camera, which is now going to give the Warrens what they need to get in touch with the Catholic Church. So they show Father Gordon, who I guess they work with a bunch of times, that these kids need help. The family needs help. This is a big deal, and we need the Catholic intercession here to maybe do an exorcism on the house or whatever sort of works that we need to do. And Gordon kind of gives them the rundown. Because they're not Catholic and because they're not church people at all, it's not like they're not just... Catholics just don't help Catholics. They help anybody, but they're not baptized.
And that's where we talked about before. Yeah.
Yeah, so... it's going to have to come from the Vatican directly. It's not something that Father Gordon can do locally. They're going to need Vatican approval to go ahead with any sort of ceremony, exorcism or otherwise. But he's going to help push it through for the Warrens and for the Perrin family. All right. So we all kind of know big bureaucracy never works as fast as we want it to.
No.
Vatican approval. I mean, Jesus Christ, 1971. I mean,
So was his thing like, are you guys like baptized? No. You should. Was that his thing being like...
Oh, maybe.
It will help.
Expedite the process. I took it to mean more like it couldn't hurt to have extra God in your life.
I kind of took it both ways. I thought expedite and, like let's get some extra armor on these children.
Mm-hmm.
So probably both ways then.
Potentially. Yeah. At the Warrens, Judy Warren is going to wake up, and I think this is where that locket transfer deal happened. So later on, because the Warrens are still away, right, doing all this investigative work, Judy is alone with her grandmother, and after getting her leg pulled awake, just like the Perrin girls, they're getting woken up in the middle of the night as well, she gets pulled awake, and then the vault is going to be open. As Judy kind of wanders around the house wondering if mom and dad are home, she wanders into the vault and notices that Annabelle is no longer in her case, and the lights turn off at that point. If you're a little kid, does this absolutely fuck you up? It would fuck me up.
Yeah.
Real fucking bad. It turns little Judy around in her own home to the point where she gets locked into a room, and the witch is in a rocking chair rocking Annabelle on her lap. Damn. Not a good moment for Judy, I'm sure. She doesn't even know it's a witch, but we do as the viewer. And we definitely know that Annabelle is like the pinnacle of evil, right? Based on the story that we heard earlier on. The Warrens are going to rush home because Lorraine's got a sneaking suspicion that something bad is transpiring. They get there just in the nick of time.
Nana didn't answer the phone, so they got to rush home.
Yeah, Nana is asleep upstairs. She does eventually wake up, but she can't get the door open.
Poor Nana.
Poor Nana. Ed breaks in the door. Rocking chair comes flying out just in the nick of time. It shatters into a million pieces, but no one actually gets hurt. And Annabelle has never left her case.
And no one is freaked out by that.
Yeah, well, it's not that no one is freaked out by it. It's that I don't think it's explainable, is it? So Annabelle, the lock is locked because Ed checks the lock.
Wheelchair flying out.
Oh, yeah, and smashed into a million pieces, yeah. So here's the thing was it like a mirage that Annabelle was running around this house?
Yeah, I think the witch could manipulate what the little girl saw.
Right. I like the concept that evil attracts evil, though, right? So the witch can transfer from one locket that she procured through, off of Lorraine to the other locket that the girl is, has on her or is in her area. I like the fact that the witch automatically cues on Annabelle that this is something that I can mess with here, but I don't fully understand how Annabelle could be kind of terrorizing Judy in the Warren house without it being loose and running around.
If evil is that transferable, though, it kind of feels like we should all be haunted at all times. Mm-hmm. If it's that easy to transfer it.
Now, again, as we're going through this movie, the timeline is kind of wonky, right? So it always feels like there's something, the next thing is happening as I'm describing it, but this is over days and days and days. So after the Warren house has been infiltrated by Bathsheba, Roger calls the house directly after the incident and says that Carolyn has taken the two daughters and gone back to the house in Rhode Island because they have now since moved out. Warrens are en route. Roger is going to with Brad and Drew. The whole team the whole Hee Haw gang is going to rush in to try and make sure that the two daughters and Carolyn, nothing nefarious is going to be going on.
It was about to.
Shit was going to go down.
Those two little girls were going to get it.
What was your other link to Poltergeist, Tom?
There was that one scene with the static TV.
Oh, yeah, with the dad fell asleep. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm sure James Wan knows what he's doing, so he probably put those little Easter eggs in there, little subtle callbacks to Poltergeist. That's true, the static TV. Good call. So they get to the house, and the cop uses his shotgun to open the door. Roger is already downstairs with Carolyn and the two daughters because he was obviously a lot more local. This is where the movie kind of comes to a crescendo a little bit, right? So it's the exciting conclusion. As they run downstairs, the cop puts the shotgun down in the corner. The scene down here is completely fucking nuts because Carolyn has got one of her daughters like by the throat and is threatening, like got the whole scissors up in a stabbing motion, preparing to kill one of her daughters, sacrifice one of her daughters.
That's a felony.
That's a felony?
Can't threaten with scissors.
Okay.
That's a mortal sin, but all right.
It's a felony. What?
That's murder.
That's right. There's attempted murder. So, and Roger's sort of holding Carolyn back from stabbing one of the kids. So the cop sees that, puts the shotgun down. They all rush in to sort of grab Carolyn, who's like screaming like a fucking banshee at this point. They move in to take her down. As they try to like wrestle her down and like subdue her, they try and take her out of the front door of the house. and it basically is like the house won't let her leave. Like her skin is basically like melting as they're trying
yeah,
to.
that was
that
gross.
was weird.
And did you notice the cool noose mark that appears around Carolyn's neck too? Kind of like Bathsheba, who killed herself, is sort of like in her, and it's like that. Those burns are her not allowing her to leave, which is kind of interesting.
So it's basically holding her back.
Yeah, no joke. And so they've come to the conclusion they cannot leave. They will kill her if they try and take her out of the house. The skin melting off effect is a very cool effect. And noose mark and all, I thought that was very, very cool.
Time for the exorcism.
So it's time for the exorcism, yeah. Carolyn is going to get dragged unwillingly back down into the basement, down the stairs, boom, 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 all the way down by the entity. Gets, literally bounced all over the basement. Now, this is a good effect, but did you find this comedic in any way? The whole gang now runs back downstairs because she's getting she got like ripped back down into the basement after they decide they can't have her leave the house. And when they go down there, they were just watching her getting smashed into over the fucking place. I found it a little bit comedic.
It's kind of funny, but at the same, like, if it's happening in real life, it's like, this is really fucked up. But the way it's filmed made me chuckle a little bit.
Tom, any sort of funniness to this at all?
No, I didn't laugh. I'm just like, oh F, this is getting real.
All right, so this was good to you. This was impactful to you.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, oh wow, she's really possessed demonically.
Yeah. All right, I'm with you. It's a fucking scene down here, man. I mean, she's got like superhuman strength. She can like push grown men off of her with ease. It's a whole scenario, and
Bites the cop's neck.
yeah, like his face. It's fucking nuts, dude. And not to mention, like, they do the old hockey routine where, like, a hockey fight, they typically pull the jersey up over the back, over your head, and then start punching you because you can't get out of the jersey. They do, like, the sheet over her head and to, like, wrap her up.
I call it the catching the cat scene. Because if you're catching a cat that's, like, wilding out, you need to throw a towel or a sheet over a cat to catch them.
Right. So while all this is happening, and they tie Carolyn to the chair that's down there, like cuff her, rope her up, the whole deal, April goes missing. The youngest daughter, one of the daughters. The other daughter is kept in the car, right? The other daughter, the youngest daughter, is just like missing in the house. How the fuck does she go missing in the house?
It's a pretty big house. Lots of little secret passageways.
Do you see what's happening right now, Bill?
I guess she's just going to run away. I guess. So Drew is going to go and look for her. Drew, the helper guy, the younger guy, is going to go look for her while all this nuts shit is happening in the basement. Father Gordon's too far away. Ed is going to do this shit on his own. He's making the call. We're doing the exorcism right here, right now.
This is the thing. Not an ordained priest. This is
Yeah.
where I was like,
I agree with that. I felt like this was not going to be successful, but it wasn't like the entire exorcism ritual was done. He basically just did enough to cause Bathsheba, I guess, to be weakened, and then the rest unfolds. So,
Yeah, there was
but then again, this Bathsheba was just a witch.
That's right.
Not a full-on demon.
I feel like that does matter, too. Like, a witch is like a representation of evil on Earth, and that spirit of the witch was what was going on and possessing. If it was like an actual demon from Satan, then
you need a priest.
You're going to need something. Yeah, you're going to need to bring in the heavy hitters, and But the whole thing, all the standard exorcism rules apply here, right? They got the book. They got the holy water. The holy water was effective on the possessed Carolyn. All of like the Latin phrases and the ritual itself is extremely impactful. And while they're doing this, a lot of nifty camera angles too on this whole ending scene of the movie. A lot of upside down, a lot of panning back and forth, a lot of cool camera angles to the deal. Drew's still looking for April. Lorraine goes out and grabs the book, and while the exorcism starts, the witch must have called in a swarm of birds that come swirling around the house, crashing into everything.
So I'm gonna interject here?
Yeah.
I think because what's going on, spiritual lot causes a lot of electromagnetic interference.
Okay.
And that messes with birds' navigation things.
Okay. So this is more than just an omen. This is like a scientific explanation, is what you're saying.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Whatever the explanation is, there's fucking birds. It's like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds here. And they're flying and smashing into everything. And, like, literally, while Carol Ann is tied down to that chair and the sheet is over her head, and she's bugging out. I mean, she's, like, literally convulsing all over the place. Did I even catch an earthquake at some point? Like, there was, like, rattling in the basement, and there was the whole fucking... felt like the whole house was moving.
Something big is going on here at this point of location.
Yeah. No joke. She is going to puke up blood in this white sheet and then, like, tear the sheet with her face. Like, it's, like, tearing out.
That's disgusting.
Fucked up, dude. While that's all happening, Drew finds April under the floor of the kitchen. How in the fuck did she get under the floor of the kitchen? What in the fucking world is going on? I understand the obvious explanation is secret passageways, but...
I know, that was really weird.
How did she get underneath it there?
I don't know.
All right. Well,
secret passageways.
They said, like, crawl space or something under the house.
Well,
I
if there's
don't
a
know.
crawl space, then why doesn't she crawl out of the crawl space? I don't know. Whatever. So he decides he's going to start bashing in the floorboards in order to get to the little April.
I would think you're going to, like, stab the April. I wouldn't...
Have you ever tried to, like dig through floorboards? I'm sure it's not easy to do.
I think it'd be hard.
All of the Latin and the Roman ritual leads to, again, Carol Ann throwing up blood, and then the sheet ripping open, Roger pleading for Ed to stop. We can't stop once we start. We got to force our way through to make sure that this exorcism is complete. The makeup on her, is this even the actress, or is this the witch? As, like, we only see, like, half of her face in the sheets.
Oh,
like,
that's the witch, 100%.
It is,
Yeah,
right?
I feel like they're switching from her face to witch face.
But they do a good job blending it, too, because
Yeah.
even the makeup they put on Carol Lynn is, like, almost witch-like makeup. Like, her eyes are different, and
Yeah.
her facial structure is a little different, but you can tell it's not the Bathsheba actress. It is her, but it's almost like they blend it really, really well.
Yeah, she's like morphing between the faces.
Yeah, which is super effective. I thought it was very, very cool.
Yeah.
All of this commotion, all of a sudden it all stops. And the chair starts to float up in the air. Carol Ann, or the witch, whoever this is floating now upside down. And it kind of like it even goes up to the ceiling as if that's now the floor for the chair.
Right.
And then, the screaming and everything to drop her. I felt like that was bad language. Drop her? Okay. So I will drop her. And I thought she was going to go head first into the fucking ground. Dude.
Yeah, that shit was scary. I thought she was going to break her neck right there.
I thought she was going to die. No joke. I thought she was going to fucking die.
Yeah, you can't land on a head like that. But
Not
they, like,
good.
had it...
It almost like tilted at the last second, and then she flat back bumped onto the ground. So
Lucky. Very lucky.
yeah. Almost head first.
That's how you take a bump.
That's how you take a bump, for sure. When Ed commands the demon to let her down. Yikes. Bad choice of words, Ed. Edward, please.
And then he almost gets crushed by some other, like, chifforobe type thing.
Yeah, another the curse of the armoires in this movie.
Armoire.
This thing almost crushes
the word of
Ed.
the podcast.
Yeah, the secret word of the podcast is armoire. Sick visual of the swinging light and in the basement with Carolyn floating in the chair. I thought that's like one of those iconic visuals before it comes crashing down. I'm like, this is a fucking badass visual, man. Just cinematography wise, like the shadowy basement and the chair floating. It's so badass, man. A rather large piece of furniture comes and tips over and almost smashes into Ed, almost crushed him. And then, like, the shotgun even comes down and almost blasts Ed again. And
this spirit wants to effing murder them.
Yeah, it wants to kill Ed for sure, because he's the one reading the ritual, I would think is why he's the main target. But that shotgun racking itself and then pressing its own trigger as it's falling, and then the cop, like, jumps and, like, grabs Ed out of the way.
Very scary.
And we get kind of a Reagan from The Exorcist kind of quote here as she's possessed, "She's already gone and you're going to die." And that's a pretty fucking prophetic line if I've ever heard one. Not something you want to hear if you're doing an exorcism on your wife.
That line in The Exorcism, your mother's essing sees in hell.
Yeah, your mother sucks cocks in hell, Karis. Yeah. Sees? You fucked me up on that one, Tom.
Cox? You want me to say it?
PG Tom.
I like PG Tom. I like PG Tombstone Tom. I always have. And I always will. So, Drew decides he's going to announce, for some reason, "I found April. She's underneath the kitchen floor." Why would he do that?
Dumb.
He's already started digging her out. Why would he announce to the entire house, "I found April"?
Don't tell the demon where April is.
Yeah, well, he does. And this unnecessary announcement
Idiot.
makes the possessed Carolyn do a spider run to go into the bowels of the building. All of those crawl spaces are being utilized now.
Spider run. Nice.
To go and get April, to go and kill her, to make this thing, end, right? Because Bathsheba can claim another victim. Yeah. All of these secret compartments in this old farmhouse, we're in hot pursuit. Lorraine goes...
All I see with these secret compartments is these are all just mice and wasp nests.
Absolutely. That's all I see, Tom. As a homeowner, when I see all of these cool little nooks and crannies, I'm thinking, how much vermin is in this house?
You just need a cat.
You need like 50. It's a huge house. You need like a whole fleet of cats.
You need a good mouser.
Jesus. All right, you need at least like 4 cats.
No less than. I would say you're looking the 8 range right now. And then again, we know how Tom feels about cats too. So,
what do you mean? I love cats.
Yeah, I thought he warmed up to cats.
No, he never did.
I listened to the Pet Cemetery podcast, and it sounded like he started liking cats.
I think that's what you wanted to hear.
That's fake news, Bill. It's fake news.
That's fake news.
He's a cat guy now.
He hates cats. So, all right. Lorraine goes upstairs to, I guess, help out with the whole Drew situation. She's going to use the little bit of a hole that Drew has dug to sort of reach her hand in, I guess. Ed calls out to the demon by name, "Bathsheba!" And the face that comes and turns and looks at him in this crawl space scenario now, underneath of the kitchen, the face that turns and looks at Ed is absolutely fucking terrifying because it is Bathsheba. And the fact that he called her out by name is like makes her appear full-bodied, and it is fucked up, bro.
Well, I mean, in an exorcism, that's how you, like, depower them.
Yeah, calling them by name.
When you call them by name.
Yeah.
The men cannot get through the crawl space. All these little fucking weird little passageways. So they're too big. But Carolyn's spider walk got to April, and then Lorraine is up top, right? Kind of like
has her hand through the hole. Like, I like this as a mom. She's like kind of telling. How do you say? Is it Carolyn? Mm-hmm. She's telling Carolyn, like, remember who you are. Like, this is your daughter. You know, like, fight from the inside.
Remember
really
that day on the beach. Remember what they mean to you. The whole thing, right? That story that Lorraine and Carolyn had together, that moment they had looking at a picture, and they sort of relived that moment of joy on the beach when they all were together and they were all so happy. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, you'll ruin that forever, basically, if you
stab your daughter to death.
If you kill your daughter right now. Like,
yeah.
Hey, if you commit murder, you'll fuck this up.
You'll never have that beach day again.
No, you won't. So, yeah, and with the assistance of Roger, like Roger kind of rooting this whole thing on, like, I love you, don't do this. I got to tell you, through this whole thing, Lily Taylor acted her fucking ass off, dude. She is like A++ performance.
She's Carolyn?
Yeah.
100%.
With the screaming and like the makeup and the fucking crazy. She is all in on this movie, and she is a killer, man. She's a damn great actress.
I love this scene, honestly. Like, again, just as a mom and like trying to remember, you're fighting this demon inside your body, and I don't know. I just feel like it kind of goes back to like the greatest love of all is your mother's loving you, and that's what's gonna save her is like her love for her children and remembering that kind of true love.
And this is built up so much over the course of the movie to be the pressure cooker, the last scene of like the grand climax of the movie. It really is super effective with the use of light on her face as she's like getting ready to throw up all that red bile. And she does. She throws up the red bile. The possession is obviously over. Carol Ann is freed, and she has triumphed over Bathsheba's demon spirit. And the Perron family is clean.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. You damn right.
Imagine being these little girls though. Like if
Yeah,
you just
scarred
watched
forever?
your mom do that, could you like be like, "Mommy, are you normal today, or are you possessed?"
Are you scarred forever? Yes. Are you going to kill me with the scissors today, Mommy?
Nothing some therapy can't take care of.
Yeah, years and years and years of therapy, certainly.
My mom came and got me in the crawl space and tried to stab me with scissors.
I think you need
She
a
had
different doctor.
bloodshot eyes and was speaking Latin.
Right.
And then she threw up all this red shit.
It's like a whole fucking scenario, dude. So, it's the end. The sun has come up. It's the morning now. The new day has dawned. Kind of symbolic, right? We're done. This house is clean. And
This house is cleansed.
and the Warrens kind of come out triumphant on the other end of this thing, right? They kind of share a moment on the front of porch as the family is all in the front yard, kind of embracing each other. Thank God we're free from all of this shit. And the cop from the bleeding face looks like absolute ass. He's been fucking tore up from the floor up. He's a believer now, if nothing else.
He goes, "I'd take a guy with a gun any day." And
Yeah.
I like that quote.
Like you say, he looks like absolute ass.
He does look like ass. Yeah, that's right. You heard it right. April gives Lorraine her locket back. And that's like the final family hug kind of moment. The case has been closed. Back at the Warrens, we're going to go ahead and put that twirling music box in our vault. Is this the artifact they should have taken? Should they have taken the armoire instead?
The armoire?
It couldn't fit. Too big.
Too big.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
so we
you can't put that in there.
we took the music box instead. I guess it started it all, right? So I guess it deserves to be taken back and put in the vault. On the way out, that creepy-ass jingle plays. So on the way out, the Vatican called, guess what? The exorcism is approved. So that's nice.
Too late.
Well, hey, we took care of it. But
Don't worry, Pope. We got this. Also, they got a call from Father Gordon that there's a new case in Long Island that they're asking to bring them in on.
it wouldn't have to be Amityville, would it?
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. The Amityville horror case was investigated by the Warrens, and that was later covered in the opening sequence of the sequel. So we will eventually get to that too, since it's Marathon May.
Next week.
Yes. So yeah, Amityville horror reference there at the end of the movie, very cool. Kind of hints at the fact that maybe the filmmakers knew that they had a fucking major hit on their hands, and they're already laying the groundwork for the sequel. So that's kind of neat.
We're here to meet for initiative.
The
Poltergeist initiative.
The Poltergeist Initiative. I love that. The movie ends with a quote from Ed Warren. And it says, diabolical forces are formidable. The forces are eternal, and they exist today. The fairy tale is true. The devil exists. God exists. And for us, as people, our very destiny hinges upon which one we elect to follow. And I think that is prophetic, and I think that it sort of is a absolutely perfect way to end the movie. Excellent choice on the quotes. I think it's a nice touch. And I also think the nice touch is the real pictures from the Perron family and of Ed and Lorraine.
And I think that's true.
I love that.
I think that's really, really cool. And, the movie ends with the the music box opening with the circular twirling mirror spinning around in circles with that creepy ass tune. That is the bow on the movie. That's the credits roll. I think a damn good film. I'll do my final thoughts first. Just acting, top-notch cast, production, direction, the special effects, the camera work, the cinematography. I think it's so goddamn good that I thought on the second way through, I honestly thought it was a little bit light on the scares and a little bit heavy on the polished Hollywood aspect of it, maybe a little bit. But again, I'm just nitpicking now at this point. Damn good movie, a fan favorite, a favorite of mine, and I'm interested to see, watching these movies consecutively, I'm interested to see how it endures up against the sequels. And because the sequels, they're gonna face headwinds now, because this is a damn good movie. How good can the sequels be? They're not going to be as good as the original, so I'm interested to see how they all hold up.
I agree with that.
Marathon May is going to be a hell of a journey for the Mavens. That's my final thoughts. What are some of your final thoughts?
I, as someone who's never seen this movie before, I absolutely enjoyed it. The story, the characters, the actors, really very well acted. It just all came together very well. And yeah, this is something, if you're not familiar with the horror genre, watch this.
Yeah.
Because I think this is very good, introductory to the horror genre.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more with you. Afterlife, Allie, what are some of your final thoughts?
I like it. I think it was very well made movie. I definitely believe in these types of hauntings and stuff from personal experiences, as well as, I don't know, just growing up in New England. I feel like everywhere is kind of spooky and haunted, and it has a lot of old history. And I'm from Massachusetts, so we have the witches in Salem and stuff. So I feel like I grew up just hearing these stories. And
do you think, because it's a very old the oldest part of the country, the New England area, do you think the rest of the country feels this sort of haunting stuff, or do you think, they must in some way?
Well, now that we're down south in Louisiana,
Well,
I feel like
too,
down
though.
here, right, with the slave history, and, there were wars fought here too, so it could, I feel like it's pretty haunted down here, but I don't know, out west, maybe you have some cowboy Native American,
maybe it's just different type hauntings, right?
So,
Yeah, maybe
I don't know.
so.
But I did just want to share this. I do love the little Cindy girl in this movie, because I am a Twilight freak, and she plays the daughter in Twilight. She's Renesmee. I think that little girl is so beautiful.
Twilight Link.
And yeah, she's not, but also, while we were talking, I looked it up. As of August 2025, Matt Rife, the fucking comedian.
Oh, yeah.
He's who owns Ed and Lorraine's
What?
home now.
He bought it?
Yeah. So he is now the current owner, and he's the one who has the future plans of opening the museum again for tours and stuff. So, way out of left field there, though.
Wow, weird.
Bill, I feel like Bill's opinion of it was kind of like a douchebag comedian, the younger generation of comedians.
He is. He's a douchebag comedian.
So, him owning, such a huge horror-themed house and, the haunting stuff. I don't know. I thought that was very surprising and wanted to share that with you guys.
Interesting.
So if Matt Rife opens it, are we going to go take a tour as the Mavens?
I will. I will take a tour of that. I would love to, actually.
I'm sorry, so where is that?
It's not a thing yet. He's planning on opening it, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be in Monroe, Connecticut again. So, not too far from New York and stuff.
Not too far from me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Not too far from home base either. Yeah, last final thought.
Just because we are still doing our monthly Color the Killer coloring sheets for the mini Mavens. For May, we have our drawing featuring Annabelle. So get those coloring sheets in for our Marathon May. We got a cute little Annabelle picture for your mini Mavens to color.
Awesome. And I'm pumped about that. I'm jazzed to see that we're doing each month is almost a theme, and our theme for Marathon May is obviously the Conjuring universe.
Yeah.
So let's go with pumpkin ratings. I will go first, so because I did my final thoughts first. I gave the movie 4.5 pumpkins. I thought it was a damn good movie. And I'm excited to do more of these movies. I'm pumped about the whole thing. And yeah, can't wait. I'm raring to go. Tom, what's your pumpkin rating?
I will side with you. I'll give it a 4. Solid pumpkins.
Excellent.
And yeah, for the same reasons. I think this was a very solid story. And very well acted, very well directed, and the cinematography was top notch. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
Afterlife, Allie, what do you have?
I'm gonna go same ballpark. I'm gonna also give it a 4.5. I did not know Bad Luck Bill's rating before, but a 4.5 because it is like a top horror movie, like you guys are saying, like an introductory to the horror genre. And yeah, if you just Google like top horror movies, like what are some of the best horror movies of all time, this is up there for one of the top ones, like just general public rating. So I think it stays true to that. It holds up.
All right.
It apparently started a whole thing for a reason.
I'm excited to dive into the Conjuring universe. We got a lot of cool stories that build off of this, so that's something amazing they started.
That's it, guys. I love it. That's a bow on The Conjuring. Next episode, we'll be doing 2016's Conjuring 2. That's your next assignment, folks. I thank you so much for listening. We want to hear from you. Give us some feedback on Podbean, Instagram, TikTok, all of the things. Check us out. Check out our merch. It's out there, and high quality, high class type items are out there to purchase at your leisure. Give us some show ideas. Stop in, just say hi. Just give us anything, man. We love to hear from the fans and the Mavens out there, and we love to hear what you have to say about the podcast. Good, bad, indifferent. We love it all. So in the meantime, enjoy those horror movie experiences, everybody out there. Stay scary. For Tombstone Tom and Afterlife Allie, I'm Bad Luck Bill. We'll see you on the flip side.